Welcome to the lecture on VLSI design subject. In this video we are discussing a very important topic which is NMOS inverter with resistive load. So we will use a resistance as a load. So you can see in this circuit, this is our NMOS transistor and this is the load resistance. So this is the gate terminal of this is the drain terminal of the NMOS, this is the gate terminal of the NMOS and this is the source terminal of the NMOS. And we have connected the biasing DC voltage. So this VDD is a DC voltage and this is the RL, load resistance. So we are taking this resistance as the load. Then from this point we can measure the output voltage, and this C out, this represents the capacitance of all the devices which are connected at this point. So that capacitance is represented as a lumped capacitance C out. So it represents all the circuits which may be connected at this point. They may be other resistances or capacitances or any load or any device that may be connected. So in this figure we can see this current is ID, this current is IR. So ID and IR are in series. So ID equal to IR. Then the input voltage of this inverter is applied at the gate of the NMOS. So VG, gate voltage, equal to Vin. Then we are taking the output from the drain terminal. So VD, that is the drain voltage, is equal to output voltage, and the source is connected to ground. So Vs is equal to 0. The source voltage is 0. So we know that for NMOS, when its gate to source voltage is less than the threshold voltage, the NMOS is in cutoff. So here gate to source voltage VGS equal to Vin. So when Vin is less than Vt, the NMOS will be in cutoff. So the current ID will be equal to 0. So if ID is 0, IR will also be equal to 0. So Vout, output voltage, is given by VDD minus IR into RL. This current minus multiplied by this resistance. Voltage drop across this load resistance will be 0 because IR is 0. So output voltage equal to VDD. So where input voltage is less than the threshold voltage, or where input voltage is very low, output is high because VDD is a high value. So output will be high. Then in the second case, so there will be total of 3 cases. When input is greater than Vt, means gate to source voltage is greater than the threshold voltage of the NMOS. So obviously the threshold voltage of NMOS is positive. So where input voltage is greater than the threshold voltage, if suppose threshold voltage is 1 volt, then input voltage should be greater than 1 volt. So NMOS will be on. So when NMOS is on, so as we increase the input voltage, so obviously the drain to source voltage will be greater than the gate to source voltage. That is, this voltage will be greater than the gate voltage, because you know that initially Vin was very low, Vout was very high. So this drain voltage is very high and this gate voltage is very low initially. So drain to source voltage will be greater than VGS minus VT. So obviously this transistor will be in saturation. This transistor will be in saturation. So the current that will flow, this ID, will be equal to saturation current. So we have this expression for the saturation current, mu n Cox W upon 2L VGS minus VT square. This is the equation for the saturation current of NMOS or MOSFET, where mu n is the mobility of electrons, Cox is the oxide capacitance, W by L is the width to length ratio of the transistor, VGS is the gate to source voltage that we have applied, and VT is the threshold voltage of the NMOS transistor. So as we increase Vin further, so first Vin was 0, then say Vin was 1 volt, then as we increase Vin further from even more than 1 volt, ID will increase more. When we are increasing this Vin, so obviously this drain current will increase and Vout will decrease. So at large Vin, so when Vin is very large, then obviously this Vin will be greater than the drain to source voltage. Gate to source voltage will be greater than the drain to source voltage. So the transistor will move to linear region. The transistor will move to linear region. We have this ranges. First, when Vin was less than Vt, the transistor was in cutoff. Then when Vin minus Vt is less than Vout, the transistor is in saturation. Then as we increase Vin further, as we continue to increase Vin, then for some value Vin minus Vt will become more than Vout. Then transistor will move to linear region. So in this case the transistor was off, but in these two cases the transistor will be on. Okay, in the when Vin is less than Vt, the transistor will be off, but when Vin minus Vt is less than Vout, and when Vin minus Vt is greater than Vout. So obviously these two cases are when Vin is greater than Vt. So at large values of input voltage, the transistor will move to linear region. So that will be the drain current will be represented by the linear equation. So mu n Cux W by 2L twice of Vgs minus Vt Vds minus Vds square. Obviously Vgs equal to input voltage and Vds equal to output voltage. So we have this is the transistor region. So when Vin is very low, Vout will be very high, and when Vin is high, this Id will be more, so Vout will be very less. So we have this curve. Initially when Vin is very low, then up to this point output voltage will be high. So this is the off region of the transistor. In this region the transistor is off. Then as Vin increases further, so on x axis we have input voltage, on y axis we have the output voltage. So as Vin is increasing further, the output voltage is decreasing because this Id current is increasing. So you can see that when input voltage is at low logic, that is represented by VIL, output voltage is VOH. But in this range of the graph from this point to this point, the output voltage is changing. So we cannot say output voltage is at high or low, because high output voltage is represented by this value and low output voltage is represented by this value. But in this region the output level is indeterminate or cannot be determined. So this region was the saturation region. So from B to C, the transistor was in saturation region and the output level cannot be determined. And from C to this D point, you can see the input, as the input voltage is increased further, the output voltage goes to low logic. So in this region the transistor is operating in linear mode. So in this way we can relate the operation of NMOS inverter with the transistor mode of operation and the voltage transfer characteristic curve. So this value VOH determines the high level of the output, VOL determines the low level of the output, VIL is the input low logic and VIH is the input high logic. So when input is low, output will be high. When input is at high logic, output will be low. So this is working like an inverter, and we can say that from B to C the output logic cannot be determined, but from A to B the output is at high logic, and from C to D the output is at low logic. So in this way we can determine the noise margin also for this transistor. So in the next part of this video we will try to find the value of VOH VOL, VIL and VIH. Thank you. Please like and share the video and subscribe the channel, and if you have any doubt, you can ask your doubt in the comment box.